Are the Detroit Lions truly cursed, or is it all just a myth? Let's delve into the history and find out. The story begins in the heartland of America in the year 1934. A professional football team, the Portsmouth Spartans, was struggling to survive. Then, a lifeline was thrown from the bustling Motor City, Detroit. The team was purchased, and the Detroit Lions were born. The move wasn't just a change of scenery, it was a transformation. The team's spirit roared to life, echoing the industrial might of their new home. Their journey was far from straightforward, but the Lions never backed down. They were ready to claw their way to the top, embodying the resilience and determination of Detroit itself. The Lions roared louder and louder, and the city roared back in support. As the team settled into Detroit, a promising future awaited, with a championship just around the corner. Before the NFL as we know it today, the Lions tasted victory. Let's rewind to 1935. The Detroit Lions, then a young and vibrant team, roared their way to the top of the football world. It was a time when the game was rough, tough, and unpredictable. But the Lions, led by the indomitable Dutch Clark, were unstoppable. This team, this band of brothers, played with a fire and a passion that was infectious. They were a force to reckon with, and their victory in the 1935 championship was testament to their grit and determination. Their triumph wasn't just a win, it was a symbol of hope, a beacon of potential, a promise of what could be. The city of Detroit rallied behind them, their spirits lifted by the sweet taste of victory. The 1935 championship was a high point, but little did the Lions know, a long drought was ahead. Is there a curse haunting the Detroit Lions? Let's look back at Bobby Lane's trade in 1958. Bobby Lane, one of the greatest quarterbacks in Lions history, was traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers in a move that shocked fans and players alike. Upon his departure, a frustrated Lane allegedly declared that the Lions wouldn't win for the next 50 years. As outlandish as it seemed, the team's performance post this incident was, well, less than stellar. It was as if they were caught in a relentless storm of losses and disappointments. The Lions struggled to find their footing, missing the playoffs year after year. The glory days of yesteryears seemed like a distant dream, and the whispers of a curse grew louder. The Lions, once roaring with victory, were now whimpering under the weight of an alleged curse. As the Lions trudged through the years, the idea of a curse seemed more and more real. In 2008, the Lions etched their names in history, but for all the wrong reasons. The season that was supposed to be filled with touchdowns, roaring fans, and victories was instead filled with defeat. A shattering record of 16 losses, no wins. It was a season that many fans would like to forget, but it's etched in the annals of NFL history, a haunting reminder of the struggle. This was the first time in the history of the NFL that a team had gone winless in a 16-game season. Each game seemed to be a new variation on the theme of defeat. The losses piled up one after the other, like a cruel joke that just wouldn't end. This was a season that seemed to affirm the idea of a curse hanging over the team, a curse that was hard to deny after such a heartbreaking run. The 0-16 season was a low point, but change was on the horizon. In a surprising turn of events, the Ford family decided to pass the baton to their daughter. Could this break the curse? The Ford family has been synonymous with the Detroit Lions for decades, their influence as unwavering as the team's spirit. But in an unprecedented move, they chose to hand over the reins to their daughter. This wasn't just a change in management, but a seismic shift in the Lions' legacy. The impact of this decision reverberated throughout the team. Players, coaches, and staff alike felt the ripple of change, a renewed sense of optimism washing over them. Morale boosted, performances improved, the team seemed to roar with a newfound vigor. It was as if the specter of the past had been banished, the curse finally put to rest. Yet despite the initial positive impact, what lies ahead for the Lions under this new leadership is still unknown. With new leadership at the helm, the future of the Lions remains a mystery. The Detroit Lions' journey is a roller coaster ride filled with highs and lows. From the early days of triumph to the infamous Bobby Lane curse, their story is a testament to resilience. The talent that has graced this team is undeniable, as is their remarkable 0-16 season. The Ford family, with their daughter at the helm, continues to steer the Lions' legacy. Whether cursed or not, the Detroit Lions story is undeniably one of resilience and hope. Only time will tell what the future holds for this team. But what I can say is, since Dan Campbell has taken over as head coach, the new-look Lions have been surprising fans. And with championship on the mind, we have 3 games to win. Let's keep those fingers crossed for a Detroit Lions Super Bowl championship.